Never before in our history have there been so many people on our planet Earth as there are today. Our global population has skyrocketed from 2.3 billion in 1940 to 7.8 billion in 2016. Wow. That was like we've added another China to the world during the last century. Many people feel that this world is already overpopulated and resources are grossly misdistributed within countries and across the globe. Scary, isn't it? Overpopulation within countries has led to widespread poverty, higher risk of disasters and pandemics, corruption and increasing conflicts, and increased deforestation and environmental pollution. Now, it seems like our attempts to control this population growth has not succeeded. How did we get here? Overpopulation is due to higher fertility rates, lower death rates, and increased migration. Fertility rates are mainly influenced by education and culture, while death rates are influenced by education and improved healthcare. Migration to a country increases as its economy and way of life improves. Every country goes through 4 stages in the demographic transition, at which the population increases and affects the living lifestyle of the population. The 4 stages are called pre-industrial, industrializing, mature industrial, and post-industrial. Now, to get a better look at this, let's take a case of the UK, because in the 18th century, this country was in the first stage of this transition. And by today's standards, it was worse off than a developing region, suffering from poor sanitation, diet, and medicine. Many were born, but many died just as fast. So the population hardly grew. Then came the Industrial Revolution, taking the country to the second stage. It brought the most greatest change in human living conditions since the Agricultural Revolution. Peasants became industrial workers, manufacturing mass-produced goods that became widely available. The sciences flourished, and with that came advanced transportations, communications, and medicine. The role of women in society improved. This economic progress not only formed the middle class, but also raised living standards and healthcare for the poor. Around the mid-18th century, the country transitioned into the third stage. Again, better food supplies, hygiene, and medicine stopped young people from dying. But at this rate, this caused a population explosion, doubling the UK's population between 1750 and 1850. Soon, these events led to the 4th stage rolling into motion. During the 4th stage, the birth rate decreased, fewer people were born in families, and population growth slowed. A balance emerged. During these times, in 1921, India also went through these times. And in 2019, the Office of the Registrar General of India predicted that India would set foot in the 4th stage by 2024. Now, what's also really peculiar is that the office also reported that India's population will double by the end of 2050, as their elderly population will overtake their child population. This South Asian nation is the world's most populous country and currently has the largest youth population, with 65% of Indians under 35 years old. India is not alone, and the rest of the world will experience the same issues. Immigration is a good thing, and it helps our global problems, and it should not be considered a taboo. Us humans think that population growth is a bad thing, but it is not as big of a problem as we make it out to be. And efforts by the United Nations and other big world countries have paid off. The United Nations report that the overall rate of growth is slowing down, and quality of life is improving. Drastic policies such as the one-child policy in China that lasted for decades are no longer required. Migration has increased. People migrating from overpopulated countries in Africa and Asia to developed underpopulated countries like Germany, Sweden, and France creates a healthy equilibrium in our global population. The time has come for all countries to appreciate the value of life. The time has come to respect every human being, irrespective of who they are or where they come from. The time has come. The future is here, and it rests in the hands of global citizens, and we should